you know, we're paying these taxes sort of week after week after year, you know, constantly or whatever, and I just feel like it's getting wasted. Really, you know, where is it going, our money? Does it go on on concrete roads?
Yeah.
Does it go on weapons?
Yeah.
You know, or what does it go on? You know, because I don't see it. Really, it should be spent. You know, people should pay taxes, and it should come back somehow.
Yeah, it should benefit.
Like
it should benefit the people somehow.
For instance, like trains, right? They should be all free for the public.
Mm.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? That'd make people happier. If they didn't have to buy any tickets, you know, no one.
Train fare goes up every year.
No one had to buy tickets, you know. And if we had like a system where we guaranteed a place, and if you had a child, you'd have a 2-bedroom place and things like that. You know, they build these places, you know, all these different places for different families, whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be a better system, you know, and it's not making other people rich.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's benefiting people, you know, no matter who, you know. So they leave school, guaranteed a home, they get a job, they'd have to pay taxes, obviously, you know. And, you know, if they did work hard, they'd get a good retirement or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Retire at the age of 50.
Yeah.
So it gives some people something to look forward to, I think. I don't think it gives them much to look forward to retire at the age of 67.
Well, imagine you start working at 18 or 21, mate, and having to work till you're 67. You know, 67 years old, mate, from the age of 21 to you're 67. Yeah, and then you might be lucky if you have another 20 years afterwards. You know, that's just not right. You know, there's no, well, I know, you know, I know obviously there's lots of people out there that disagree with it and they think to themselves, you know, what can we do about it? But there must be something that we can do about it, you know, because it's you know.
Well, some people, you know, like they get to the age of 67, you know, and they love work, you know, they don't want to retire because they ain't got nothing else to do in life.
Got nothing else, yeah, it's true, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
It's like the guy that I used to work for, he's retired now, but I think he retired at like 75.
Yeah.
You know, because he wanted to work on a bit, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I thought, okay. You know, but, you know, we're all different, aren't we, out there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you had to retire at 67, but you don't, do you know what I mean? I mean, look at the Queen. How old was she? 96?
96, yeah.
So she actually worked until she was 96. She didn't actually retire, did she? She didn't give up her crown.
No.
You know?
No.
And I mean, I think she should have given it to Charles 20 years ago, do you know what I mean? But there you go, you know. But she worked to 96.
Yeah. Yeah.
She never retired really, I don't think, you know.
Yeah.
She started work when she was 25, I think, like, you know, when she put that crown on her head.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, can you imagine all those royal engagements, all everything else she had to, you know, she had to do for the last 70 years, you know, or however long it was, you know, 68, 70 years.
Well,
know, 70 years.
She had a lot of money, but I bet she didn't put 1 tenner in her pocket.
Probably not. She don't. What does she need money for, mate?
No.
No.
I bet she didn't touch it.
No. No need to touch money, mate. Everything's looked after. No. You know, everything that they want or need or desire is already provided. You know. You know.
But I don't really necessarily look at royalty or money as being wealthy.
No.
You know, I think being wealthy is having a good frame of mind.
Yeah.
Appreciating life. Yeah, you don't have to be happy, do you? Like, I mean, you could be happy with 1 banana.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean.
Yeah. It just depends on your mindset, your mind frame, and you know, happiness is a state of mind. You know, you've got to choose to be happy. You know.
I think sometimes though, like, if you are poor, and you are struggling, it's very difficult to be happy.
Yeah, true, definitely. But money does, I was going to say, money does obviously help the equation, and that is the reality. You know, just being honest and being, you know, we can all say what we want about money and how we, you know, we might not like it or we might not, but the reality is that we all need it to survive and to maintain our livelihoods in this day and age. This is the way the world works. Anything we want to buy or purchase or need, because we need it, whatever it may be, got to pay for it, you know, so, you know, you need the money, you know, that is a reality, you know.
I mean,
So,
today I think we've got too much, if you see what I mean, yeah.
Mm.
I was talking before in previous episodes that we've invented a lot of things now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And people want more, I think, today, you know, and if they ain't got it, they get unhappy, if you see what I mean, you know. But like, you think like years ago, what did they have?
Yeah.
Like, go back in time.
Yeah.
Say 500 years ago, what did they have? They didn't have electric,
Mm.
one, so they couldn't put the washing machine on.
No, no.
They couldn't put the TV on.
Mm.
I don't know whether cards were invented back then, do you know what I mean? You know, but you've got to take all these inventions away, really, to see life.
Yeah.
It's out in a funny way, you know, there's not really much apart from like the trees, really, you know, if you take away all the inventions.
Well, back then people were happier with a lot less, like you're saying, you know.
That's what I think people communicate more then, you know, do you know what I mean? Because all these distractions that we've got around us, whatever.
Too many.
And we've got so much today, really.
Yeah.
And people still complain that they ain't got enough.
Yeah.
You know, even though we've got a Coke or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And all these different things.
Yeah.
You know. I think we're living in a world of like things, art and materials, really, you know. And I think we're flooded with it, really.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
And like, I think people used to be richer a long time ago without all these things, you know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I think like I'm going to get rid of all my things because it'll make me richer in life, you know, and happier.
Mm.
You know, because I ain't got anything, any belongings anymore to think about.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
So sometimes I think like having a lot of belongings don't necessarily make you happy.
No, it doesn't, mate. No.
You know.
That whole thing of money will make you happy is you know.
Like having 5 cars.
It might do for a little while, you know. If you're not truly happy inside, it might make you happy for a little while, but it won't solve that underlying issue. You know, you have to be happy within yourself before anything, you know, before anything else around, anything else that adds to that, you know what I mean, brings value, if you see what I mean, you know. You've got to be happy and content with who you are as a person and the progress that you're making in your life and where you're trying to go and where you kind of foresee your future going, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, you know. Money's not everything, you know. There's much more important things in life than money. There's obviously, you know, your family, your loved ones, just having life in itself is obviously much more important than money. You know, having life, as long as you're alive, you know, that's the greatest blessing in itself, you know. But there's other things that are more important than money, but obviously, you know, we all need it to survive, you know, and yeah, it is what it is. We all do what we have to do to try and get by, innit, you know, so, you know.
What have we got, though?
Yeah.
You know, like, say if I had 10 million quid and you only had a million quid,
yeah.
And then we end up sort of like dying tomorrow for some reason because we were in a car accident, right? I should be saying things like that.
God forbid.
No, say, you know, but we'd both lose our money, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'd lose 10,000, you'd only lose $1 million.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd be worse off, really. I'd lost 10 million, you only lost $1 million.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
there's other ways of looking at it, you know, like
yeah.
money don't necessarily make you rich.
No.
Seriously, you know, like say if I had 5 wives, 5 cars, 5 houses, 5 carpets, you know, so on and so on. Do you know what I mean? It don't make me rich.
No.
You know, it makes me actually poor.
Yeah.
Poor, I think, having 5 wives.
Yeah.
You know, because I got, you know, 5 wives to argue with now, you know. it'd be confusing for me.
Give all your energy to.
Yeah. One's enough. One's enough.
One's enough for sure.
Yeah. One's too much, actually. It is too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not easy.
Like I said, I was married and it was too much for me. Glad I ain't got it anymore, you know.
Yeah.
Glad I'm free a bit, you know. You know, and that's it. You know, like things. I think like having things don't really make you rich.
No.
You know? Like me having a wife. I used to have a wife and used to be married, happily married, whatever. And now I haven't got one. You know, has it made me poorer or richer? It's made me richer in different ways, you know. I can do a lot more now, you know, and I'm a lot freer.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So, I think freedom is being rich in a funny way, you know. But I must admit though, you know, like if I gave you 10 million, Josh, tomorrow, you know, it'd make your day, wouldn't it? You know, because, you know, like if I had that kind of money, I'd give, you know, obviously I'd give you quite a lot of money, you know, whatever, and it would change your life in a funny way, you know. You go home and tell your wife and you say, look, I just got all this money.
Yeah.
And she'll faint, you know, whatever, she'll say, let's go on with it, whatever, you know, do you know what I mean? But, you know, it opens your dreams up, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It opens your imagination up.
Yeah.
You know, can you imagine it? Like having a lot of money, right? And you think you're just there tomorrow, thinking there all day.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do?
What you can do with the money? But I'm the type of person though, mate, that once you've got a certain amount of money, you gotta be able to be smart enough to reinvest that money to make more money.
Oh yeah.
If you see what I mean, because like if you got a certain amount of millions of dollars or pounds, mate, you should be able to be, you know, make certain investments and certain moves that money just continues to accumulate money for you. If you see what I mean, you can kind of just live off the interest of that money, essentially, you know, while your money's making money.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's why I think it's important to be intelligent, really.
Yeah.
If you've got money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because some people get money and blow it all. There's been
or they die.
So, there's some people, that too. But there's been plenty of people out there, celebrities, you name it, that have been multi-millionaires or whatever, sports people, whatever, and they've just blown all their money.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be through addiction or through just negligence, you know, not being financially literate, or someone else's, you know, con them, because sometimes that happens too. You get people who take advantage of these people who have got large amounts of money, but they're not knowledgeable about how money works and how it all, and they take advantage of them, and sometimes run off with their money and shit too. That happens too.
I mean, that happens to Princess Fergie. You know, Prince Andrew's wife.
Yeah.
She went bankrupt.
Yeah.
You know, she was in £1 million pay. You know, because she's in debt by millions.
Yeah.
Somehow, you know.
Yeah.
Because she was spending it too much. You know, do you know what I mean? But she thought there was no tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, even if you're rich, right, and you're famous as well, it can really blow your head off.
Oh yeah, of course,
in a funny way, you know, it can sort of like, there's many people that have committed suicide, you know, that have been famous.
Oh yeah,
and they've gone into severe depression.
Yeah.
And so on and so on, you know. So like say even having a big house or mansion, it don't necessarily it can make you a very miserable person.
It can make some people, like you said, it can make them even more miserable than they already were.
I mean, I think it's all to do with playing it right, you know, because like if I had a lot of money, well, I wouldn't want much. I just want a little home like I've got now, you know, and near the seaside maybe,
Yeah.
You know, and that's it.
Yeah, somewhere comfortable.
You know, and I wouldn't want a car, to be honest, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't want one.
Mm.
You know, and really I'd just sort of like probably give up a lot of it away to charity. You know, I'd make my own charity up and do something, do you know what I mean? Something, you know, I don't know, do you know what I mean? It's quite magical, money, I think, you know. It makes your life change, you know, it can do, you know, yeah, it can do.
Can do.
You know?
And not only that, you could change other people's lives too, like we were saying earlier. Like the amount of people, mate, like if I had anything over 50 million, mate, anything over 50 million pounds, mate, I could change everyone's lives around me, you know? I'm talking about loads of people. I'm talking about at least 50 to 100 people, you know, and that's a lot of people that you could change their lives. You could bless them with a certain amount of money. Here's 50 grand, you know, that would change their lives forever. Especially like if I sent £50,000 now to one of my boys back in Barbados, that'd be like that'd be close to like 200,000 Barbados dollars. They could just retire. You know what I mean? And just live life, just chill out.
Yeah.
You know, like just you know, just for an example. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean that's just it really. Having a lot of money, it basically helps you to retire, doesn't it?
oh yeah, for sure.
Right, you're retired, but you've got money to do what you want.
Yeah.
And time.
But you can kind of move freely, can't you? When you've got that kind of money, you can kind of like move freely, and you know.
And choose freely, you know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what I'd do. You know, whether I'd buy a place actually or move town to town. You know what I mean? Into different hotels.
Yeah.
And go out different places each night. You know, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
What I'd do. You know. But it certainly make it more interesting, I think. You know, I think I'd travel more than I do now. You know, I mean, the reason why I don't travel today because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
And there's other things I've got to spend my money on, like bills. You know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know. I'm sure I'd travel if I, you know, come into a lot of money. You know. Tomorrow or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Gives you more choice, you know, essentially. Yeah. Opens up your window of opportunity and choice, if you see what I mean, you know? You now have access to loads of other shit that you never had access to before, if you see what I mean, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy staying in today, right? Because I have done a lot of travelling in my past.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I used to work on ships. Anyway, I've done a lot of travelling, whatever, and I feel like you know, I'm quite happy to stay home, if you see what I mean. But I must admit, if I did come into a lot of money, I would go to some really beautiful places, do you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, to go to a beautiful place, I think, sort of like paradise I'm talking about, you know? 7 Wonders of the World or something, you know?
Oh yeah.
To places like that, you know, because these places cost quite a lot of money to go to.
Oh yeah, of course,
you know, you want to go to them, you know. Like I say, money gives you the power, doesn't it? Not just the power to go travel to eat, you know, it gives you the power to eat better.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
It gives you the power to...
You can look after yourself better.
Gives you the power to spend time, really, to look after yourself.
Not only that, but it gives you more time too, which means you can spend it. You can utilise your time spending it with your loved ones, with your children, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know, doing what you love, what you're
will.
passionate about, rather than, you know.
You can give up your normal job, couldn't you? You know, your employment.
Yeah.
You know, but so I think like employment itself is kind of, it's like a modern day slavery word, really. You know, you're employed to someone else.
Yeah.
To serve for them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. But it's just the way things are. You know, it's the world we live in.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone, you know, if you come into a lot of money, you know, that's why everyone goes away, because you're free of slavery.
Yeah.
You know, employment in a funny way. You know, you can become self-employed.
Yeah.
And nothing can go wrong really if you, as long as you invest your money. You know, make sure. You know, but like if you start a business, even if it did go wrong, you'd still have money there to back it up.
Well, yeah, well, hopefully, yeah.
Well, if you're that rich.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
You know, nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, money makes money.
Yeah, true. That's it.
You know, once you get into, I don't know how many figures you have in your bank, but it just goes up.
Yeah.
And it's impossible really for people to spend it, you know, in a funny way, you know, in one day. Even if they spent £2,000, they're still making a profit. You know, do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
For some people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's a little bit crazy that you know, we can't be brothers in a funny way, you know, and share the same bank account.
Well, it's just this thing of, I think the divide is too big. Like
Yeah.
why is there people out there suffering and can't get something to eat, or don't have a decent place to live, or don't have running water, or don't have electricity, or don't have any of this shit? Meanwhile, there's people that have got 150 billion pounds or dollars.
Or 5 homes or 10 homes. Or
It's
10
like,
homes.
why? It's like we said earlier, we understand how money works. There's always going to be a divide, but why can't there's got to be something that we can do as human beings. You know what I mean? To kind of balance out the scale a little bit. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be people out there suffering.
I think it's just evolved like this, Josh. You know what I mean? It's simple that some people own land. And there's a lot of people that don't.
Of course, yeah, of course.
And you've got landlords.
Yeah.
And you've got people that are struggling, that's what we've got. And always have been.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And it's not like change, does it?
No.
People do want change, and like the future, what's going to be the future? Like in 100 years' time, it's going to be still the same as it is?
Yeah.
With people owning land and some people not, and this heresy going to your children and that, do you know what I mean? Even if the children's born and they're bad people, they get heresy, do you know what I mean? It's all unfair, the whole lot of it, it's wrong for all children in the world, really, that with us adults have made this world the way it is.
Yeah.
What can we say, And everybody I think wants to get rich, don't they? Like I say,
yeah, true,
get that golden ticket away from how.
Yeah.
The suppression.
Yeah.
And all that from what they're living in, sort of never ever sort of like week after week. Every time they do get money, it just goes somewhere,
Yeah.
on their bills or whatever,
Yeah, it's always
it's nothing to look forward to really in life,
All their money.
And then they just look at the royal family having good times and things, all the time, and it's a misery for them, a misery for hundreds of thousands of people, really, I think.
Definitely.
And it's still what do you call it? Demoralising.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yeah, true.
And there's like no hope really, either for people, because it just looks like it's going to carry on like this forever and ever.
Yeah.
No change, I find it pretty sad.
It is sad, to be honest, isn't it? It is sad. Yeah.
And that's why, like, when, like if you did win, or I did win some money, it will bring joy to me.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
A lot of joy, I probably wouldn't sleep tonight, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know that I do relax anyway in life, but I know that I can have a fun life.
Yeah, you can relax forevermore.
It's sort of like
and do whatever you want.
It's kind of like getting in a racing car all of a sudden. You're in a Reliant, alright, and it's not going very fast, alright, and you're very poor in life, and it keeps conking out. And then you win the lottery or whatever, and then you've got a racing car, and it's every day, and you're in the fast lane, basically.
In the fast lane now. You've moved up in life.
Rocket.
You've elevated.
And you've got a rocket. You've got a racing car and a rocket and a speedboat.
Yeah.
To get everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to meet new people as well. And obviously people. When you've got money as well, I think people can see it as well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And
people tend to gravitate towards people who have money too as well.
Yeah, especially,
And people tend to give people that have money more money. If you think about it. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if you look at like artists say today, say for example, especially like with hip hop artists.
Yeah.
They brag about having money. And all this shit, they have all this expensive jewelry on, loads of money and all this shit, and people still continue to give them more money. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So people are quite happy. The poor people are quite happy to give the rich people
more money,
more their money.
Yeah, I know.
I'd
say it's a funny, crazy world we're living in, isn't it?
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we all trying to survive, innit? You know, we all doing what we have to do. You know, we all hustling on a daily basis, all grinding, doing what we have to do to.
Not all of us.
You know, not all of us. You know, you got some people. You know, well, a large majority of people. You know, there's not that a huge. There's not. You know, out of the, let's say out of the UK's population, there's a large majority of people who are employed. If you see what I mean. You know, there's only a certain percentage of people who are unemployed and completely dependent upon the system 100% for everything, if you see what I mean, you know. So yeah, you know, but you know, but like you said earlier, I kind of agree with, I think that once you've paid your taxes and once you've paid your national insurance, that should cover.
I don't think, like, I don't understand why.
That should cover everything.
I don't think,
you know?
like, why taxes? You got taxes, yeah? Then you got national insurance, then you got council tax, yeah? I don't know why there's just not one tax, you know, for everything.
It should just be one. You should pay your taxes and your insurance, and that's it.
Your taxes, your national insurance, and your council tax. Everything. You know, what's going on here? What's the complication? Why 3 different bills?
Yeah, I know.
You know, I mean, it used to be one. Honestly,
Yeah.
Honestly.
And they put the council tax up more and more every year. Every year, the council tax goes up by about £10 more every year.
Well, like I said, my mum said that when she, you know, got her first home when she was a little girl.
Yeah.
You know, when she had me when I was a baby, it used to be council tax. Yeah, you used to pay for the water as well.
Okay.
But now they've separated the water now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, and then you got like wastewater and what do you call it? Wastewater and
sewage.
Sewage.
Yeah.
Sewage. That's wastewater.
Oh yeah. You got your sewage and you got your normal.
Your fresh water.
Yeah, your fresh water. That's it. That's it. Yeah. You got to pay for both.
Clean water, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 2 different bills there. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. You got to pay for your water plus your sewage. Yeah.
Then you got the council tax. What else have you got to do? It just gets crazy.
Your electric. You got to pay your electric, and electric has gone up like 30% more.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
okay,
fair enough with electric being a separate bill, but I think like you pay your tax, that should be one bill, and that should be everything. Like, what's going on here?
Well, if you break it down, right, like you said, you either pay a rent or you pay a mortgage. Yeah. Every month. Then you got your electric, your taxes, your national insurance, your council tax, your water, your sewage, your groceries, your phone bill, your internet, your petrol.
Well, I ain't got any of that, but
if you got a car, your car insurance.
Yeah, it goes on.
Etc. It's to the point.
And then you go and buy some cigarettes and things.
It's madness.
Right. You go and buy cigarettes, or you go out for a drink. There's a tax on there again.
That's it. That's it.
You're being taxed again. That's why drink out. You know, like if you buy a pint.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's a pint now. Say a £5 a pint.
Yeah.
But most of that is taxed.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
About £3 of it is anyway, you know.
Yeah, a huge percentage. Yeah.
It's all crazy. A lot of it, you know. And all the pubs belong to the royal family anyway. You know, so you know, to get a license, all right, for a pub, you've got to go to them to register it. You know, whatever. You know, but it's all, they make a lot of profit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Definitely out of alcohol anyway. You know, it's a big money making machine, that one. Alcohol, you know, like all you've got to do is go around the supermarket and see how many whiskies are there, you know, and all that sort of stuff, you know. I think, wow.
Well, I was going to say, in most supermarkets today, you've got like a whole aisle dedicated to alcohol,
yeah, that's right.
Essentially.
Yeah,
like,
I can't believe it, you know.
All your beers, all your spirits, all your etc.
There's about 10 different whiskies to choose from, you know, and hundreds of different wines, you know. I think it's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's a $1 billion industry, you know.
It certainly is.
Goes back to money, makes a lot of money. People spend a lot of money on it every year. You know what I mean? It's a $1 billion industry. And these people want their money, you know. So they're going to keep supplying it. As long as there's... no matter what it is in life, as long as there's a demand, there will be someone who will supply it. No matter what it is, whether it be illegal, legal, whatever.